How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Kim Kardashian and Drake, you guys are on the Stunt Queen set. Y'all, media takeout. I know it's media takeout, but media takeout be knowing sometimes, right? They are reporting exclusively that Kim and Drake are dating. You know, when heard they were dating, I said, dating? You mean Kim's probably playing herself again? Because I will say one thing, Drake seems to have a habit of playing Kim Kardashian, and she keeps setting herself up for the fall. Anyway, they claim to have some receipts. The receipts look pretty legitimate, but I don't know if you would call it dating. First, let's get into the receipts, and then I'm going to tell you why I'm rolling my eyes at this. Also, they said exclusive. Drake's dating Kim Kardashian. We have the receipts. Now, first of all, before we get into these receipts, Kanye went on several rants, at one point even begging Drake to leave his family alone. Drake, according to Kanye, been a little bit too close to Kim and Kylie and whatever, but you know what they say, ain't no fun if my homies can't have none, right? And blood is thicker than water. Anyway, they said Drake and Kim spent a romantic summer together in Italy. Looks like Kim Kardashian has finally found herself a new man, and it's someone she's been rumored to be close to for years. Who wrote this? Tiffany Brockworth, right? Media Takeout can exclusively confirm that Kim and Drake secretly spent 2 weeks together in Italy this summer, shacked up in a luxury mansion on the breathtaking shores of Lake Como. Both Kim and Drake posted photos from the same lavish property during their stay, showing off the views, the villas, decor, and those Instagram perfect Lake Como sunsets. What they didn't tell fans is that they were there together, living their best romantic fantasy. Sources tell Media Takeout the two rented the entire mansion, complete with a private chef, a lakeside pool, and 24/7 security to make sure their time together stayed under wraps. I have thoughts, but I'm going to wait till the end of the article. Okay. They said this isn't the first time Kim and Drake's names have been linked. Their alleged friendship has sparked gossip for years, with whispers that Drake's past lyrics were aimed at Kim when he's like, Kiki, do you love me? While both always brushed off the talk, this Lake Como escape seems to confirm there's way more than friendship going on. They said Kim hasn't gone public with a serious romance since splitting from Pete Davidson, and Drake has kept his love life mostly private. But insiders say the chemistry between the two is undeniable, and this isn't some fling. They've been talking for a while. This trip made it real. Okay, let me just say this, right? First of all, this is 6 years too late. Don't nobody care about Drake except for those UMG lawyers. And Kim, at the end of the day, like, can you please go get North? Because between Bianca, you are the better role model. And again, it's between Bianca and you. You know what I'm saying? But here's the deal, right? Let's look at Kim and Drake's relationship, friendship, whatever you want to talk about it. There is video of Kim standing like a groupie at Drake's concert thinking that Drake is going to acknowledge her, and Drake just strolls by because Drake gets off on playing women. And I believe that he likes playing his enemies' women. At that point, he had an attitude with Kanye West because Kanye might be crazy. He might be racist. He might have Nick Fuentes as his chief of staff. Kanye's into some dark stuff. For everybody saying, oh my God, he's into some dark stuff, okay? The whole point of the matter is, he might be crazy, but he's still more talented and more respected than Drake, at least at one time. Now you can't say the same thing, right? But Drake has always popped up. And when this whole search and whatever, when Kim was helping him promote his album, and there was this little dalliance, right? The fact that they're now trying to play it coy, I think Kim is doing the same thing that she did with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, all of a sudden they were releasing stuff that Kim and Tom Brady were getting super close, you know? They were having like close meetings with dinner, but he's just helping with real estate. And he's been letting Kim drive around his golf cart. But yet Tom Brady would never claim her in public, let all his friends disrespect her. Kim thought it was because she was older. She went to Jeff Bezos' wedding in Italy. Italy is bad luck for Kim. She needs to stop meeting men in Italy. At Jeff Bezos' wedding, all the tabloids were saying that she thought that Tom was going to see her and fall in love. And I'm like, Kanye's the only one that saw you and just melted because you were his ideal. And according to his exes, it was the Kim he saw on the Ray J tape. You know, that was what was fueling his ideal. The point of the matter is, Tom Brady was in Sydney Sweeney's face, according to all the tabloids. Then when she thought like, oh, well, it's only because Sydney Sweeney is half my age and he should be, no. Then and she was like, get somebody age appropriate. And he did. He went for Sofia Vergara. And I was like, Kim, listen, I know your doctor. Yes, Kim was always a beautiful girl, but the doctors and but girl, Sofia Vergara is homegrown off of like plantain or whatever they eat in Colombia. The whole point of the matter is Tom Brady kept playing her over and over and over. And Rick Rubin's 4th of July party, she kept putting herself in the fact and kept leaking things to the press. I believe she's doing the same thing with Drake. I believe since Kanye has that new documentary coming out, it's probably going to paint Kim in a bad light because Bianca can't stand Kim. I don't know why. Bianca was the side chick for so many years. But the whole point of the matter is Kim needs to stop bringing men to Italy because it's just bad luck. But also, it's just like, I get why Kim would want this because she needs a superstar pair up. And for some reason, the superstar men do not want to pair up with her. And it might not be anything with her. Like maybe they all like Kanye's and hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. Maybe Kim's the problem. But this whole Drake thing, this leads me back to my point. Does anybody care? I know I care because it's my job, but actually, I don't care. Does anybody care about Kim and Drake? Like, is that making any waves? Do you think that's... Last we heard of Drake, he was in child support court with Sophie trying to argue that she can't take Adonis out of the country. Like, he is a vindictive person. Why are you arguing about whether your baby's mom, who has primary custody or raises the baby, can take the baby with her on vacation? Because why? You want to make sure that she stays in Canada. Controlling. So my whole thing is, I feel like 5 years ago, this would have made waves. I feel like maybe even 4 years ago or 3 years ago, it would have been like, ooh. But the most interesting thing about Kim and Drake is the fact that Kanye didn't like it. And now that Kanye doesn't care at all, like, what's interesting about it? Again, and also, Kim's not even Drake's type. Drake's type is Rihanna. Drake doesn't need, well, maybe he does need the Kardashian clout because now that he's going to war with UMG, he needs ways to promote his stuff. And maybe the Kardashians and Kim promoting the stuff, just like Timothy Chalamet, will help him stay in the public eye. And maybe Kim showing up on the red carpet. Okay, so I can see what Drake might get out of this because he needs another promotion thing because, you know, if his new album, UMG, is going to be haters. But what does Kim get out of this? He's just going to use you. You saw what he had Rihanna and messed that up. They had a little and messed that up big. You saw what's up. Sophie was trying to get close to any industry rap person. She was an aspiring adult actress. Let that sink in. Aspiring. She wasn't even she was aspiring adult. She was trying to trap somebody. Drake was literally swimming in it, got upset, and now he's in child support. Listen, it's none of my business, but you know I'll cover it. Do y'all care about a Kim and Drake relationship? I just think that it's like, Kim, like, pick somebody else. Like, get a scientist. Quantum physics. Is Stephen Hawkins? Well, is he even so... Never mind. I was like, is Stephen Hawkins single? Surprise us for once. Do something daring. Find a handsome scientist that is going to save the earth. Do something. But Drake, I'm just going to say this. This is going to be end very, very embarrassing for Kim. But I don't know. At this point, I think she has some type of humiliation kink because she stays picking the men that from the door, letting her know it's not going to happen. Woo! Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. We're going to keep an eye on this. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.